everyone. How are you guys doing? I'm Yan Ching. I hope you all had your breakfast and getting ready. So first of all, I just want to say thank you to my sponsor, Eve, for bringing me into this business. And then my Platinum Direct, Chua Zun Lun, for guiding us, and our mentor, Auntie Joho as well. Today, our topic is about the urban guide to staying fit, busy yet fit. Okay, so nowadays with the CMCO, we are like very busy, and then some of us have to go and work from home, take care of kids, cook, and then multitasking. So it's like, yeah, we are busy, but do we have time to stay fit as well? So that's one of the things that is very important. So I don't know whether you are ready for this, but we have this very, very awesome speaker. He is a first class honors, okay, who graduated in marketing, and he is now working in a world #1 oil and gas company. And his latest posting is a global project management officer. So this guy is like, wow, holding such a big position and is so busy, and then yet still very fit, with like packs all, and then like very lang chai, He is like with very beautiful wife, and then with two lovely kids, very cute one. The kids, every time I see their Instagram posting out, wow. I tell you, if you don't learn from this guy, I don't know who else you're going to learn from. You want to stay lang chai, you want to stay intelligent, and then you want to be fit, right? Okay, this is the person you should go with. So without wasting any more time, I pass it to Juchin. Okay, Juchin, this is the guy that I was talking about. So the floor is to you, Juchin.
Okay, thank you so much, Yan Ching, for such a wonderful introduction. I don't know how to actually continue now after you mentioned it so well. Yes, that's a little bit about myself. Again, like what Yan Cheng has mentioned, my name is Juchin, and I'm so glad that we have all of you here today to listen my sharing, which is about the urban guide for fitness, how to be busy yet fit. Yeah, so I think I'm one of the people that's suitable to talk about this topic because it takes 2 qualifications to talk about this topic. You need to be busy, first of all, and yet you have to be fit. All right, so I somehow managed to control and do it well so far, I hope. But I do know there are many more people who are joining us today who are actually doing the same thing as me, and I'm probably doing better than me. So I again thank you for joining. Despite it's a Sunday morning and knowing a lot of people are out there doing something else, you are here to actually learn something, and I hope you can take back good points and good information for you as a guide to stay healthier. Okay, so let me share my screen. Before I start, I just want to make sure that we have interaction throughout this one whole hour. Can you just type 888 at the chat box just to make sure that you are paying attention so far, despite us just starting for 5 minutes. Right? So type 888 to give me some motivation, some support. Who knows, maybe with seeing a lot of 8 today, I may share even more, okay? So, okay, I see more and more coming in. Thank you so much. So first of all, hello, good morning. So we are here today to learn about how to stay busy yet fit, right? And a little bit about me, all right? So this is a fully 100% copyright, no illustration or Photoshop required. Me, myself, and my beautiful family, like what Yan Cheng has mentioned, I'm happily married with my wife. You have to mention happily married, yeah? Because you can't say married only, okay? With my wife, Su Ying, and also 2 beautiful kids. My son, currently 6 years old. He just celebrated his birthday. And my daughter, little girl, she's only 9 months old so far. And besides that, I'm also working as well in a corporate world. I'm actually working for the world #1, like what Yan Ching said, #1 oil and gas company. We call ourselves energy company now. For those of you, anyone from the green, from the purple company who are joining us today, I'm very sorry. We are still number one, yeah? So, okay. But on the other side, I do have a lot of passion for fitness, for health. And this passion doesn't come overnight. This passion came because some situation or things that happened to me, which I will share with you later. And that's the reason why you will see a lot of my faces today. And all these are actually true story, okay? All right. I was very surprised when I was given this topic, to be honest, busy yet fit. So I was trying to find for some inspiration, trying to find for some good points that I can share with you. And then I realized there's actually a book that was called Busy Yet Fit as well. Okay, and this book is actually selling for almost $149. Wow, that's a lot of money. Right? So I believe this must be a very good topic, hence why they are selling it at a very, very high price. I also think that I can maybe come up with a book as well. Okay, so I did my own creativity behind here. So I'm trying to see whether today I can share more with you. Same topic, but probably different people. Busy yet fit by the Clang Ordinary Guy Juchin. Yeah, so this is me. All right. So if you want me to share more about this topic, yeah, again, please give me some love, some 888 on the chat box, right? As we are starting to warm up for the topic. Okay. Yes. Come. All right. Thanks. Lots of love coming in. Thank you so much. All right. By the way, this is not a real book. This is probably coming soon, maybe in the next few years, but not now. Okay. Okay. So my personal life, a bit about myself. You can see here, I have a very ordinary life. I love to live simple with my family, especially. And I'm just like many of you actually who are in this call today. Some of the things that I love is I love K-pop, right? I love Korean drama. I love Korean game show. And I actually watch, I never miss any episode of Running Man. Yeah, so I follow BTS. I follow Blackpink, if you know. If you know them, you can type 111 as well to show that you are same like me. So I do have time to actually follow some of the interests, I would say. And besides that, I love to bake. I can bake well. Yeah, if you don't believe me, you can ask my wife. Only baking, yeah. Okay, I make good bread. I teach people how to cook as well. Right. So during the MCO, I was invited to actually share about cooking, and that's my house in the middle with all my so-called small orchard. I plant quite a number of fruit trees as well. And I have star fruits, I have dongdo, and I also actually have 2 turtles in my house. These are new members that just joined us. All right. And as you can see, the biggest photo of all, the bottom right corner is my family. So these are the things that I love to do. I love to do a lot of things that you love to do. All right. And we all have 24 hours, and I do spend those 24 hours for my personal self as well. Okay, and on the other side, a little bit about my working life. I'm currently holding the global PMO role. So PMO stands for Project Management Officer. The difference is that I'm managing global projects compared to my previous role. And global project means I need to deal with people around the world. The main people that I deal most of the times are people from UK, from Krakow, Poland, from Manila, Philippines, and sometimes people in Houston as well. And these are the countries that actually have a very big time differences. So my working life schedule is really, really crazy. Sometimes I can be very free, and sometimes I can be fully occupied. But one thing I do love about this current role is that I get to travel a lot, right? So I get to travel in business class most of the time. That was before COVID. Yeah, and I went to Gordon Ramsay restaurants twice. All right, and fully paid. So I do not need to come out a penny. Actually, tastes okay lah. Yeah, tastes okay only. All right. I go for the Big Lobster. Was it called Big Lobster? The one in Genting. I had it in their original restaurant. All right. So those are the things that I love. Right, and you can see I love to eat. I love to travel and eat. All right, and that's one of the things that strike me out when I think about the things I love about my job. All right. So about my fitness or wellness life, despite having time for my family, doing things that I love, kind of have high interest of, and also need to occupy my time for my work, I also managed to squeeze time to actually look after my health, my body. And this is some of the wellness activities that I took part with my friends, family, relatives. Yeah, so we joined a basketball tournament with the XS organizer. We actually went for 5-kilometer runs under the power of 5 by Neutralite. We went hiking, and then it's fun. You get to sweat a lot. I even went for what do you call that? A gladiator run, all right, under access as well. So that's where I, with my three of my friends there, and me and my wife, we actually got the once in a lifetime opportunity to actually ride a bicycle, not F1 car, in the Sepang F1 circuit. All right. So I do love health and wellness because I like to mix with people. All right. I like to mix with people because while you're doing all this activity, you get to actually talk and then have fun with people, and you get to sweat a lot. All right. So the outcome is really, really satisfying. Okay. So now I want to show you a little bit of my my background. Some of the things here are very personal. You're very lucky you get to hear from me today. So you're fortunate that you get to see some of my old photo as well. So this was me back in 2010. I have my sister, my brothers here. They can justify that that's really me. That was me back in 2010, together with my girlfriend at that time, now my wife. All right. So now you know why I love K-pop, right? Because I do look like one. All right. Those days. All right. Back in 2010. And then I prospered. All right. I prospered in 2 years after I graduated. So the 2010 photo was my last year, final year as an MMU student. And I graduated, I joined Shell. And then life was quite comfortable. I get to actually do a lot of things that I never do before, eat a lot of things that I never tried before. And hence why you see in 2 years' time, I prosper a lot. All right. So you don't need reason to grow big. Right? All you need to do is just continue to eat, and eat. All right. That's what happened to me in 2 years' time. Okay. But you can see, despite me being fat and not good looking anymore, my wife is still with me. Okay. So there must be something special. Okay. Now 2020. Okay. As we age, a lot of times we may not look better than before a lot of time, right? But I'm very happy, I'm very fortunate that despite me now entering my 30s, I still look like 18. If you think I look like 18, please type 111. Let's have a lot of interaction. Let's have fun. It's Sunday, okay? Okay, so that's my wife, myself, okay? And it's just the two same people in this same page today, all right? So in 2020, right? And all of you know 2020 is a very special year because of the COVID-19. So in 2020, my personal testimonials is that I actually took up the effort, I would say the time to actually, I want to really, really lose weight, right? I was better than 2012, honestly, but I was not that good, all right? And maybe a bit of background, okay? 2012, what happened to me is that you can see being fat I will not say fat. Fat doesn't sound so good. Obese, maybe a more professional way to say it. All right. Make me very unhealthy. All right. I went for 2 surgeries. I have some of my colleagues here today joining me. All right. Welcome. And then they will be able to relate. I had 2 surgery before in my early years in working with the company because it was very stressful, and then I eat funny things, and I don't really take good care of myself. All right. Hence why, besides growing huge, I also actually welcome a lot of bad things to my body. All right. So I wasn't feeling that comfortable at all. All right. And that feeling came back to me this year. Yeah. So that feeling came back, the same old feeling, that feeling unhealthy, feeling that I'm getting slow, feeling that I'm getting weak, actually happened again in this year. So I was actually, not to say really, really bad, but I want to look much better. All right. So I took up the challenge. I want to really, really look and be healthy and be fit. So this is a bit of testimonials, what I did for 90 days, right? So I measure myself. For me, numbers don't lie. You can say you are 20, but if your IC is showing you are 30 years old, means you are 30 years old, right? So numbers don't lie. So for me, I cannot cheat myself saying that I still look good, right? Because the number doesn't look very well. Right? So I took up the challenge, and I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very satisfied, right? Because I see progress every week, right? And every 10 days, I see progress. So the number doesn't just show, my body also show. So I also see there's a changes, positive improvement to my body structure, to my energy level, right? And all these number relates to it. Okay, so on the 90 days, I managed to lose actually 5.5 kilo, and my body fat reduced 18%. A bit of perspective, 5.5 kilo equals to like a small, like a beras. Beras, you go to any hypermarket, you go and look out for a 5 kilo rice pack, a rice bag, right? That's how heavy it is. Can you imagine I was carrying this 5.5 kilo with me all the time, 24 hours, never leave me at all. So in just 90 days, I actually dismiss that 5 kilo rice pack away from me. All right. Of course, I feel a lot better. Right. So imagine today, and then 90 days later, you can throw away a 5 kilo of rice bag from your body. Right? You will feel a lot more lighter, better, more energetic, and you feel much better of your body. All right. So that's what happened to me. I feel so satisfied. All right. With the outcome of what I did and what I actually experienced. And I look back, right? 2012, this was how I looked. All right. Nobody told me I was actually looking that way, and nobody at all. When 2012, I didn't even realize I was looking that way. All right. So a little bit of advice that I can give to all of you here is that go for some reflection. All right. Go for some reflection and try to ask yourself a question. Can I do better for my own self? All right. So that's what I did. And like I said, number doesn't lie, right? Number doesn't lie. So the reason why I was very disappointed in the beginning of the year was I saw a lot of red in my my body fats, right, and my fat mass, and I was actually overweight, right? So I was at the category obesity. All right, it doesn't look good at all. It doesn't sound good, in fact. All right, so this is my testimonial after 60 days and after 90 days. So I want to show you proof, real facts, that all these numbers reflect to my body, and then I feel that change to my body after 90 days. Okay. So now there's a question that we can actually exchange. Yeah, we can discuss. how fit is fit, right? So today the topic is about busy yet fit, all right? I know a lot of people out there are very busy, but they may think they are fit. So for a lot of questions, because different people have different definition in terms of how fit they are, right? So these are the three people, all right, on the photo. So who do you think is the fittest of all? Who do you think is the fittest of all? All right. Any guess? You can type in the chat box. Right. For your information, the guy in the center, he is a world record holder. He ran a full marathon below 2 hours. All right, below 2 hours. All right. So he's definitely, for me, is fit, because who can run and break that record, right, in 2 hours? And this lady, she was actually called as the healthiest woman in the world. All right. And of course, the guy on the right, I don't need to mention. So how fit is fit? So there are many definitions to it. So how I can relate to this fit, the definition of fit, especially this year? It's very difficult to talk about things if you don't relate to COVID this year. All right. So 2020 has been quite a special year for a lot of us. Yeah. And because of the COVID-19, because of the coronavirus, it spread worldwide. It infected a lot of people. It created a lot of fear to us. And because of the harm, the potential damage that it can actually infect to your body, right? And it's actually been declared as a global pandemic, all right? Which means it's a serious thing that we need to really take attention. But do you also know there's actually a lot of things are also called as pandemic as well, right? WHO has long declared, all right, obesity is also a global pandemic. Yeah, and obesity in Malaysia is even more obvious because we are the top country in Southeast Asia in terms of obesity rate. 5 out of 10 of us are actually under the category obese. All right. So obesity rates continue to increase. All right. And obesity can actually harm and increase your risk of mortality. All right. And then a lot of people try to lose weight. Right. But maintaining it is even more difficult because less than 54% manage to maintain it. All right. So it's a very concerned issue that globally is facing at this moment, right? So it's not just about COVID-19 that is creating fear, but silently, right? Obesity is also a fear that we need to also pay attention to. And when you have these two things combined together, right? You have a COVID-19 where you are not allowed to go out. You have to stay at home. And what happened is that you work from home, you do everything at home, you eat more at home, you exercise less because you walk less, you sweat less, you have lesser physical activity. So this year is a very, is even worse, yeah, the pandemic, because it compounded because of the domino effects from these two issues, all right? So that's why I'm very happy. During COVID, I took up the decision, despite me being busy. Trust me, if you think working from home is very nice, it's not nice at all, right? Because your boss expect you to work 24 hours, all right? So that's the pro and cons of working from home. You have basically literally have no rest hour, right? So this is actually an infographic that relates to COVID-19. All right, and it mentioned here that COVID-19 actually can harm people with cardiovascular disease, for example, like heart attack. All right, and 17% of people who actually died because of COVID actually have heart attack issue. Okay. And besides that, the second one is diabetic. The third one is chronic respiratory disease, which is something relates to your lung, your breathing. All right. So these are all the high risk patients that can actually die because of COVID. All right. And besides that, age also play a very important part because if you are aged, then the chances for you to actually be infected with COVID and unfortunately live is very, very high. All right. So in order for you to actually win this COVID-19 and protect yourself, so my definition of fit this year is you need to be fit enough to fight against COVID. And there are three things that you need to really pay attention to. All right. You need to have less, you need to look after your cholesterol level. Your cholesterol level need to be below the risk level. All right. You need to have a very good blood pressure level. You need to have a very good blood sugar level. So these are the three things I would say. If you have it, for me, I believe you're fit enough. All right. But if you're fat, I would say it's impossible for you to have a good score in this. All right. So again, obesity and COVID is something that we must look at it together this year. Okay. So I just did my own test as well, my own fitness test, right? So on the top left corner, you see this is actually my blood sugar level. All right. So I just had it yesterday. So if you fast, the normal rate is actually 4 to 6. All right. But mine was 3.9. So mine was slightly below. I was actually having a hypo, means low sugar level. All right. But doctor say it's okay because probably I fast. That's the reason why it's a bit low. All right. But in general, it's good. All right. So on the bottom left corner is actually my cholesterol level. Right. So it was below 5.14 for men, and I was doing 4.58. So my cholesterol level is also very good. All right. And you can see here, this is ECG. This is to actually check your heart rate, your heart health. All right. So you can see it's a sinus rhythm. It's a very consistent rhythm. All right. If you are not familiar with all this, my advice to you is please get yourself familiar. Go and do a test. All right. Go and do a test. All right. And this is a photo of me who just had it yesterday. All right. And I try and I tell you, it's very simple and will not cost you a lot of money. Okay. So now let's go to the how and to be busy yet fit. Right. So this is some of the things I would like to share. So the 5 be fit, busy yet fit, be fit steps that I want to share with you. Are you ready? So if you are ready, again, please type 111. All right. Give me some flowers or thumbs up in the chat box to make sure that you are still there, paying a good attention to what you're going to hear later. Okay. In the meantime, allow me to drink my energy drink. My XS, yeah. Okay. A little bit of the information that I'm going to share with you. I just graduated with a professional diploma in sports and exercise nutrition. I enrolled into this course during the MCO, and I really wanted to know more at the time, right? So I want to have more knowledge. I want to be able to help more people. I think my knowledge is can be one step higher. Hence why I actually enrolled myself, and I feel proud that I just got graduated. So the information I'm going to share with you, a lot of it is from the Shaw Academy, which is the academy that actually I enrolled myself into and get myself graduated. Okay. So number one, you must know your fitness number. All right. You must always understand the fact is that numbers doesn't lie. All right. The reason why we always go for a medical checkup and the reason why doctors always look at your number is because the number doesn't lie. All right. So you need to know your fitness number. Okay. I give you an example. I believe all of you would have a car and all of you will see your car dashboard the moment you drive. You always pay attention to your car dashboard as well when you drive because you don't want all these signals to pop up in the middle of your driving journey. And you know when this thing pop up, something is not right, right? There's always an indicator, there's always a parameter to your car, all right, to tell you when you need to send for service. And most of the time, you follow the mechanic instruction as well to change your oil, all right, to do your servicing when the times come. You never miss. And you know for a fact when you go and service your car, it's going to cost you some money, but you still pay, all right, because you know it's very, very important. But if you put the same concept, the same reason for your own body, the problem with our body is that we don't have a meter, right? There's no meter that shows you how are you doing today, right? There's no meter to show you, to tell you your heart is not feeling well, right? You are always running with a blind eye for your health, all right? And the only way for you to do it is to the test that I just showed you, all right? The glucose, the cholesterol, the blood pressure test, those are the things that you need to know, right? So my advice for you is that you need to know your fitness number. And trust me, it's actually convenient because you can do it at home, just buy the device, or you can go to the clinic, all right, and ask the doctor for a checkup, all right? It's very important, no matter how busy you are, spend some time to know your own body performance, okay? And some of the body measurements that you also need to take note as well, all right? Your weight, your height, I don't need to explain, right? You know what it is. Your waist circumference, all right? Your body mass index. So I will just talk about waist circumference and also body mass index, okay? So waist circumference is actually the indicator for your abdominal fats, all right? Which is also your visceral fats, all right? For men, you measure it between your waist and your hip, all right? And then for men, if you need to be below 102 cm, all right, 40 inch. If you are above, it means you are not doing well. Your number is not healthy. For women, it must be below 88 cm, or which is 35 inches. All right, when you buy your pants, you will know your number. All right, so if your pants are getting loose, I congratulate you. But if you need to buy a new pants because it doesn't fit anymore, then you may want to consider to lose weight. All right. Body mass index. All right. Determine your weight whether it's appropriate for your height. All right. So no point to compare because me and you, we are in different height. Importantly, your height and your weight must be at the same balance. All right. Any indication above or below is not good at all. Doesn't mean if it's below, it's good. So body mass index is also a good measurement that you can do because it actually correlates to your body fat measurement as well. All right. So this is an indicator. For men and women, it's a bit different, but I'm showing you basically this is for a man. Okay, so like for me, I was doing 38. Right? If you look at me back in March, I was 38, which is class 2 and 3 obese. Right? So if you have a temperature level for your car, this is almost overheat already. Right? My car almost overheat already. Right? So luckily, I found out. I managed to reduce it. I'm now doing at 20%. Right? Now back to normal. All right? So you need to know your BMI. You need to know your number. This is very, very important. Okay. Number 2, once you know your number, then you know where are you heading to. You need to set realistic goals. Okay. So this is what I did when I started my weight lose journey. Okay. I actually did this. I printed this. I shared it with my group, a bunch of friends who actually decide to lose weight together. So I was never doing this alone. Yeah. And I show it to them. I declare to them that this is what I'm going to do. Right? Yeah. So I wanted to have at least 18% of body fat and my weight is at 66 kilo because this is the recommended weight for my height. And the body fat is just nice for me. So this is what I wanted because I know in 60 days, impossible for me to actually go below 12 or 13% in body fat. Right? So you need to set a realistic goal. Okay, because there's are disadvantages of quick weight loss. Right? You don't think losing weight very fast is good, right? It's not good most of the time. All right. First of all, it can actually hinder your performance. You can feel very, very weak. You don't have appetite to eat. You don't have mood to do things. All right. In a way, it affects your productivity. Remember our topic, busy yet fit. You need to be busy, able to complete your job, despite you with being fit. Right. So you don't want to lose weight a lot. All right. Very quick. And then secondly, is increase your risk of multi-nutrition deficiency. All right, because you're losing weight too fast, you may be short of micronutrients. Okay, and then it can actually reduce your capacity for training. All right, because you have less carbohydrate to burn. Right, so if you want to lose weight, you know you need to do a lot of physical activities. You want to lose weight quickly, you did a lot more, and then you don't eat, and then actually in long term it can harm your body. All right, so set a very realistic goal for yourself. Okay, I like this quote because many believe that you need to lose weight to be healthy. Actually, it is often the other way around. If you are healthy, you will achieve your best weight. So the point here is that don't just focus on losing weight. Focus in staying healthier. All right. Number 3, have a quality diet intake. Okay. So the energy consumption, the formula is very simple. If you want to maintain your weight, you need to make sure your calories that you take, all right, and also the energy that you release are equal. Then you're maintaining your weight. Okay, if your intake is more than what you actually release, you are gaining weight. If you are taking less but you're releasing more, then you are losing weight. So it's a very simple formula. All right. And I believe there's always this law that you need to follow. All right. But what between is actually your behavior change. Okay, your behavior change. You can't lose weight and expect a different result by doing the same thing over and over again. All right. So for diets, the tips and the strategy, the do's is number 1, make carbohydrate. CHO is carbohydrate, by the way, the main fuels for your exercise. Right? Even during losing weight, okay, you can still take carbohydrate. Don't stop. All right, they call it Fato weight loss regime. That's not true. That's very, very harmful, right? So even losing weight, you can still take carbohydrate because carbohydrate is very important to provide fuels for your exercise. You need to actually increase your physical activity. In order for you to do so, you need to actually have enough fuels in your body. And carbohydrate can also help recovery as well. So there are many types of carb food that you can choose, all right? The one that you should look for is the one that minimally processed. Don't go for refined carbohydrates. Okay, what I mean by minimally processed, look for the same on the plate as it does on the plant. Look the same on the plate as it does on the plant. All right, which means you don't see bread tree, correct? But you do see rice. You do see things that looks the same as it is on the plant. So those are the things that you can actually go and take. And try to reduce those are the things that doesn't have it on the plant that I mentioned earlier, like bread. Okay, so make carbohydrate your main fuel for exercise. Okay. Second is choose high fiber food. Okay, because fiber is also part of carbohydrate. Fiber can help in terms of appetite and weight control. And fiber, they are digest slower compared to the rest. All right, so it can give you the feeling of fuller for longer. So if you take high fiber food, it can actually help you to get that hunger feeling. What you can do next is also to include protein, which is a macronutrient, right? They, as your meals and also your snack. Okay, so protein is actually a fueler for longer, all right? Longer. And protein are also important to build muscle mass, and muscle burn fats. Okay, muscles burn fats. And protein also very good in recovery. Okay. This one very, very, very important also. Don't skip meals. Okay, Yan Cheng has mentioned it earlier. Before we start, she has asked many times, many of you, please make sure you take your meal. Right? That's a very good advice, because never skip your meal. Okay, because avoid getting too hungry and snack on nutritious food if you're feeling hungry in between. Okay, eat more homemade food. Homemade food. Choose water instead of sweetening drinks. So water provide carbs as well. All right, it's carbohydrates, but it's very, very low in nutrients. All right, it's calorie free. It's actually help us to actually reduce our body temperature. Okay, and if you're going for sports activity, you can go for sports drinks. Okay, for example, this is the one that I'm taking, the Excess Energy Drink. Okay. And don't avoid fat. Okay, don't avoid fat. Use it meaningfully. There are two types of fat that you need to know. One is saturated fat, one is unsaturated fat. So you need to take more of the unsaturated fats. Okay, unsaturated fat can help you to improve the insulin for your pancreas. And do not replace fats with sugar. Very, very important. Okay. And most of the time when we consume fats, it has to be with the meat that we take, or probably our cooking methods, right? So if you can use air fryer rather than deep fry. And this is the advice in terms of how your plate should look at, in terms of the ratio. So have half, in Malaysia, we call it suku-suku separuh. Suku-suku separuh. Okay, so half of it must be vegetables, fruits, yeah. It can be raw, it can be fresh, okay, it can be cooked, doesn't matter, as long half of it is from these fruits and vegetables. And then you can actually, another quarter, go for meat, protein, eggs, fish, okay. So these are the quarter that you can go for, lean protein, right? And you can take with some fats, all right? The advised fats that you can take, the oil that you can take is avocado oil, nut oil, okay? And another quarter is for you to consider your rice. Probably you want to replace your rice with potatoes, cereals, yeah? So these are the advice that you can go with, right? This is what I did in my 90 days, all right? And I know doing it can be quite challenging, right? Especially to maintain it for 90 days. So what I did differently for myself is that I actually enrolled into the Body Key Jumpstart program. So this Body Key Jumpstart program actually allow me to do things faster, simpler, and very, very convenient, right? So I do not need to worry about cooking. I do not need to worry about preparing the food, buying the food, choosing which is the organic, non-organic, which has saturated fat, non-saturated fat. All this headache was taken away from me, right? So I like this program, the Body Key Jumpstart program, because in 60 days, I can see my results. Yeah, and they actually provide a 60 days personalized program. And some of the things that they have in this Jumpstart kit includes meal replacement, soy protein, yeah, fiber. Like I said, take fiber because it can help you to reduce your feeling of hunger. And then double X is actually to improve your micronutrients. Okay. And this is what I did for myself. Right. So these are the food that I prepared during my 60 days together with my wife. I thank her because she's very cooperative. And she helped me in making this together. So like you see, every morning I have my healthy breakfast, yeah, with my meal replacement, my protein shake. That's all I take, right? And my advice for you is have your breakfast, don't skip it, very, very important. And then I have my air fried chicken, I drank soup, you know, I practice suku-suku separuh, right? And during snack time, I blend juices, right? So these are the things that I did that I can share with you. And it's very simple to prepare, right? Very simple to prepare, especially breakfast. especially breakfast, because through the body key jumpstart program. Number 4 is to increase your physical activity. Okay, so where does your fat go when you lose weight? It doesn't melt, for your information, because it will actually release as a heat or carbon dioxide and water. Right? So don't expect that your fat will go and melt when you lose weight. Okay, so what do you need to actually release that heat, the energy? Okay, and from your fats is actually for active individual, depends on your weight. These are the energy that you need daily, right? Daily. So if you times for example, like myself, I'm 70, and then I'm going for an active individual. A lot of us, I would say 90% of us are active individual. You just time with your kilos, and that is basically the energy level that you need. And then you use that as a benchmark, comparing the food that you take. So remember the balance that you need to make sure. If you want to lose weight, make sure you eat less than the energy that you need. All right. So some of the exercise that you can actually increase your physical activities, like endurance. So endurance helps a lot in losing weight, right? Because it's actually a metabolism that actually helps by using oxygen as a supply. Okay, so it's a prolonged activity. You can do it for 1 hour at a very low intensity. It's okay, all right? So you don't need to go to gym. For information, I have never stepped my foot into gym for almost many years now. All my exercise are done at home, all right? So resistance is actually things that is quick, short, and you do it very frequent, all right? So for example, like weight lifting, right? Those are resistance, and those are to build muscles. So if you're a teen person, you want to gain weight, go for weight training. If you're a person that is a bit chubby, then go for endurance. If you want to do both together, go for sports. That's why you have badminton, basketball. Those are sports, a combination of both. Okay. And what kind of sports you can do? You can do combat sport. You can do gravitatory sports. You can do aesthetic sports, right? So these are all these things that you can enroll yourself with. Okay, that you can actually do it. All right. Now staying at home, actually you can do all this even better. All right. So this is what I did. I show you through examples. If you want to lose weight, no pain, no gain. Yeah. So you need to have to put an effort. So I can share with you a book that I use, 90 Days of Actions. So it's about fitness. It's about training myself. So I use this book. I follow it every day. And that's where I get my results as well. So there is no one size fit all. There is no one secret pill to lose weight. You need to do all this together. So how to do all this together? Yeah, so you need to find a platform. You need to find a community. You need to find people who share the same interests like you. You need to find people who will motivate you and encourage you and monitor your progress. And when you are progressing, they will actually encourage you to do better. So number 5 point I want to share with you is to join DVI Easyfit, right? This is one example that I want to share with you. Why DVI Easyfit? Because I'm part of it and I liked it. So this is a personal sharing that I can share with you. What we did, like today, we have a busy yet fit session. If you missed last month, sharing was by Tanya. It was a great sharing about plant-based diet. And we have all these programs lined up for you every month. And it's very convenient. You can dial in online and listen to it. Okay. And then you can follow us at DVI Easyfit Instagram. We have virtual exercise. We even have a team of young, energetic, happy people who can actually guide you and support you. And these are the people that we decide that I have with me during my journey in the 90 days to lose weight. Right? Fantastic people. And all of us lose. So the 8 people that you see here in total, in 60 days, we lost 47 kilo. 47 kilo, the total. 8 of us actually lost 47 kilos. So there's a research done. If you want to lose weight, you do it with a team. the impact will be much better compared if you do it alone. All right. So having said all the points, you need to find a community, and I will recommend you a DVI Easyfit community. So what we do, we have a schedule, we have things that you can actually consider and to build your habit. So what I shared earlier is to address the 5 common reasons why people fail in losing weight. Yeah, so there are many reasons to it. Number 1, setting unrealistic goals. Number 2, having not a proper weight loss plan. It's not easy. It's science. All right. That's why you need to understand and learn. And I'm very glad all of you are here today. All right. Follow very extreme diet. Don't want to eat. Eat very little. Every day drink liquid food. It's not working. Let me tell you. Okay, because you're gonna feel very hungry. After 5 days, you're gonna give up. All right. Number 4 is making excuse not to exercise. Number 5, being unprepared and not willing to change, okay, to adapt your schedule. So I hope the 5 B's fit step that I share can help you, because now you may decide to lose weight. All right, you thought the plan will be a smooth ride, but in reality, it's gonna be challenging. You may wake up late in the morning, you may have a long schedule at night, you may have your parent, your children disturbing you, whatever reason it is. The reality is that it may not be that easy. You may go for 1 month, you don't see results. Okay, but the key here is persist. Okay, and look out for facts, not fake news. Okay, there are many misinformation. Hence why I really again encourage you to join a proper fitness community. Okay, but if there's one thing, if you don't have doubts with what I shared today, it's okay. Like I said, find your facts. All right, find your facts, research, do your own study. But if there's one thing that I did right, that will have to be prioritization. Okay, I have to share with you this very important slide, because this is a really very useful concept that you can take away. All right, so this is first thing first in the 7 highly effective people, 7 habits of highly effective people by Stephen Covey. So in one of the chapters, he talks about the first thing first. And if you look at this matrix, all right, a lot of time we think we are busy, right? In fact, I don't like the word busy, right? Because it sounds I'm very no direction, right? So how to manage your time is very important. Yeah, I want to share with you some tips. Is that there are 4 quadrants that you can look at, right? And where do you spend your most of the time with? If you're spending your time at urgent and important, you will never have time, because you're always crisis managing, right? You're always pressing for deadline. If you're spending a time at things that is not important but urgent, you are basically wasting time. Okay, you need to avoid it. All right. So, for example, like K-pop, like I shared earlier, right? Control. I need to control. All right. I need to avoid. Okay, and things that is not urgent, not important at all. All right. So all these are things that I would say a lot of people are spending their time. Not you, because you are here. I'm talking about people who are out there. All right. So you need to focus at things that is not urgent and important. Because if you solve this, basically you won't have things that is urgent. Because you already solve it when it's not urgent. Hence, you will not spend a lot of time managing things when it's urgent. So things that is not urgent yet important. For example, planning, prevention, value, exercise, health, relationship building, recreational, relaxation. So this is the where you need to focus. And let me tell you, health, exercise is here. So don't put exercise as the last thing in your daily life. Put it as the number 1 or at least number 2 things in your life. All right? Because it's very important. Because if you don't take care, give you an example, if you don't take care of it here, when you have health issue, it becomes urgent and it becomes so important. And that's why you seek for medical emergency. All right? So you don't want this thing to happen. Make sure you spend your time here. Because everyone wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. All right? this is a very true fact, right? That we need to really, really consider, because the moment you lose your health, it's just like a car without an engine. At least a car can change the engine, but we can't change our health. Okay, so we want to live young, we want to live longer. Okay, so take care of your body, because that's the only place you have to live in. This is my last slide and my last advice and my last sharing for you. Thank you so much for being such a good listener, a good person being with us. I'm glad that you are here. Over to you. And again, thank you. Over to you, Yan Cheng.
All right. It was a great sharing. Come on. From a guy who walked the talk, 5.5 kg, 18% loss of fat. Come on. It's really good. I mean, I hope you guys actually got a lot of takeaway, because for me, it was really very not only just the stay fit part, you know, and his last slide, he even taught us how to stay focused, concentrate, prioritize. I think prioritizing is always good, because we need to plan. If you don't plan, you basically are preparing to fail. That's one of the things that we need to always remember. So, you know, the three things that Juchin did mention that I think we all should take into consideration is to make sure you test out your cholesterol level, your blood pressure, your sugar level. Make sure you do that. It was a wonderful sharing. And then, you know, make sure you set a realistic goal. Even for me, I have to agree with Juchin. Sometimes we tend to lose a little bit of focus. You know, we concentrate too much at our work. We forget, where's my meal? You know, so for me, even when I'm in the office, sometimes I have meetings. I will just bring my body key, my meal replacement, and then, like, you know, I tell my boss, okay, it's lunchtime. You give me 10 minutes. I come back to work after that. You know, it's like, at least I have something. I don't go on like, okay, no makan, you know, diet. No, like, cannot, I will die. So don't listen to Juchin. He has the, you know, body to show. Don't cut out on your carbs. Don't go on like full on diet. Follow properly, you know, go on, ask your friends, those who bring you in. You can check in with them how to follow the body key program as well. Yeah, so that's very good. It's even better than paying for personal fitness to kind of like tell you, okay, we work out, but there is no proper planning. So you can check in with your friends who ask you to, you know, join this talk today. And if you really like this talk, I do have something to share with you guys before you leave, is that we do have this talk next month. Okay, it's 3rd of January. 3rd of January by our very gorgeous, young looking Yvonne Yim. You will never guess her age. Okay, so now we know, we learn from Juchin how to stay fit even though we are very busy in our schedule. We also want to know, how do you also stay positive in our golden years? We all cannot defy time. We will grow old, but we can look fit. We can stay positive, look beautiful. Look at the old woman there, you know, looking at the mirror. It's very beautiful. So honestly, if you are interested, please don't miss out on this opportunity. I hope you all learn a lot today. Continue to stay fit and you know, be positive the following month when we come to see you. I'm sure we will be in good health, right? So I think that's it for today. I honestly hope you all learn a lot. Sunday is still very early. It's only 12. Make full use of your time. Prepare, plan, and do have an awesome Sunday with your family. Stay safe. All right, everyone, I think that's it for us.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Glad that you are here with us. Have a good Sunday. Bye-bye. Stay fit, stay healthy.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Juchin. Awesome
Thank you,
sharing.
Juchin. That was amazing.
Thank you,
Wow,
Juchin.
you're fantastic.
For sharing,
Thank
Juchin.
you, Juchin. Thank you, Juchin.
Well timed, well
Have a
timed.
good Sunday, everyone.
Thank you, Eugene.
Enjoy your Sunday and now start exercising.
Yeah. Start exercising.
Run.
Okay, all right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Take care.
Buat dia. Ini untuk kita juga.